What is going on, guys? Marcus here with the Reformation Woodshop. And yes, your eyes do not deceive you. This is the Harbor Freight series, except it's not for woodworking tools like I normally do. On this channel, I document whatever it is that I'm working on for that week, and this week it just happens to be drywall. So this is 5 drywall tools that you need to get from Harbor Freight. Alright, so let's start it out with the bang. Obviously, if you're doing drywall, you need dimpling bits, or your typical screw setters for drywall. If you're drilling screws into your drywall with anything but this, you are a loser. Or at least that's what the internet has told me. So what is so special about these bits from Harbor Freight that the other competitors don't have? Absolutely nothing. Nothing is different. They're virtually identical, and a 4-pack of these at Lowe's or Home Depot is going to cost you $6. And a 4-pack of these at Harbor Freight is $2.99. The only reason I would think that you'd buy these from Home Depot or Lowe's is because you're in there for something else and you don't want to drive across town to Harbor Freight. If Harbor Freight is in your area, stop in and grab these for drywall. What's great about these guys and why I would recommend you just going and getting a pack is because they're so easy to store, and it's one of those things that if you don't have it when you need it, you are going to be miserable. Item number 2 on this list is knives, taping knives, and putty knives in general. Putty knives are really good for scraping and flattening out walls, and obviously their taping knives work for taping. For these 4-inch putty knives, you can get them for $4.99 at Harbor Freight, whereas you can get them for $9 at Lowe's and about $6 on Amazon. And for the taping knives, you can get them for about $6.99 at Harbor Freight, whereas you can get them for $14.98 at Lowe's. And just like with the stuff you'd find at Lowe's, these guys are great quality. They got the blue spring steel, they have the 10-inch size that's best for taping, they have a rust-resistant coating, and they have an ergonomic handle that fits perfectly in your hand. Why would you not choose the Harbor Freight version? The only thing different about this guy from the one you get at Lowe's, Home Depot, or anywhere else is the price. I hung all of the drywall you see here, and my wife is doing all the taping and floating, and she recently went into Home Depot to check out their taping knives, and she was ranting and raving about how great the Harbor Freight ones were because their quality of materials matched or surpassed the stuff she saw at the big box stores. Item number 3 is mixers, specifically drywall mud mixing. We just got this one brand new from Harbor Freight because in the past we've had some. And this one we gunked up with thin set because we're lazy and don't know how to clean. And this one we got from Harbor Freight, we gunked it up with paint. And these guys don't really work well for mud. So we got a brand new one and we're gonna put that baby to use. Come on, mama, big muscles. You did it, it's fine. Harbor Freight has these mixers listed for $14.99, whereas Lowe's has them for $17.28. And if you're like me and you go through these very frequently, you're going to want to get the cheaper option so that when you do have to replace it, you don't stack the bills up higher and higher. Although we have gunked up a few of these mixers, if you clean them really well, Harbor Freights really do stand the test of time. Item number 4 is another obvious one, and that is a Tsquare for cutting drywall. If you're using a tape measure and just marking with a pencil or a pen and then measuring out and cutting, you are doing it wrong. This Tsquare has a sturdy aluminum body, 16-inch stud markings on center, and 2 hanger holes for easy storage or whatever you need. It's got multiple readouts, but the most important of all, it is exactly 48 inches, so it'll go all the way across your piece of drywall and help you to make the perfect cuts. For this 48-inch drywall Tsquare from Harbor Freight, it's going to run you almost the exact same price as a Square for Home Depot. And I'm going to pull out the get out of jail free card here and say the reason that it wins is because Harbor Freight always has deep discounts and their return policy is way better than Home Depot. Alright, I don't want to hear a single word in the comment section about my form cutting this drywall. I am by no means a professional drywaller, so please, dear God, give me a pass. Item number 5 is the Bauer RotoZip for drywall cutting. I called this guy a RotoZip, but that is not what it is. It's like when you call a reciprocating saw a Sawzall. It's not truly a Sawzall because that is a brand, but we all know it's basically a RotoZip. Harbor Freight has these cutout tools for $39.99, and the comparison, the OG RotoZip, is $89. And the next best competitor is the DeWalt, and that's $65.99. This is by far the best deal on the list. I don't always trust things with motors from Harbor Freight, but this is one of those tools that I'm going to be using every once in a while, and is a very specific and niche tool, so I trust that it's not going to break down on me, and if it does, I can just take that bad boy back. I think that's a mentality that a lot of people have when shopping at Harbor Freight. I was standing in line checking out, and the guy in front of me checking out said, if this lasts me for 90 minutes, it was worth it. The motor on this machine is very smooth. Once it kicks on, it doesn't jump in your hands. And it's definitely a welcome addition to my toolbox. I have no shame storing it right next to my more high-end tools. I feel like if you get your priorities straight and stop groveling at the feet of big brands trying to be the coolest guy on the job site, you're gonna have a lot more Harbor Freight stuff in your tool bag. I appreciate you guys sticking to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If there is anything I missed off of this list that I should be checking out pertaining to drywall, let me know in the comment section down below.